actually grew up in a motorcycling family. I know that, I don't know how old I was, maybe 3 or 4. I used to jump on a bike that was in our yard and pretend I was going 60, 70 miles an hour. At that time, we used to have a saying, to beat 60 was like now to go 120, you know, and that's how I got started, I think. That would be, I was born in 1933, so that's got to be about, say 4 years old, somewhere around 37, 36, 37, 38. I have no idea actually when that was, but I know I did that. Well, my brother used to take me to the clubs to, he tried to keep me from getting in with bad company in the area that we lived in. So he took me to the motorcycle clubs. They didn't call them gangs at that time, and I don't think they were gangs, but they were a good bunch of guys, and I got treated very well. They knew I was my brother Bill's brother, so I don't know, I just got to love it right off the bat. And then when I seen them race, I don't know at that time if I would have said, well, I'm going to do that. But I don't know, I just got into liking being with motorcycles, and I wanted to know how to drive one day. Yeah, my brother was 17 years older than I, and he was an instructor for instructors in the Army, and at that time he says they were very desperate. He only had grade 6 education, so they told him to say half a 12. And I don't know how well that went over, but it's funny, I should remember that now. Well, yeah, we raced in a lot of small towns in Manitoba. Morris, Carmen. We hill climbed in Miami. We did a little bit of racing in Portage, in Brandon, Stonewall, a lot of racing in Stonewall, about 20 miles or so out of Winnipeg, and Toulon. And then there was Roach Farm, where there was a track built, and for about 3 or 4 years, we held a lot of races on those tracks. And it would have been, about 5, 6 miles just out of town, and they had a natural terrain for a good racetrack, and that's why we chose those places, and quite a few other places where it was just a farmer's field, and they would make a track quickly, and we'd race on it, make a track on Saturday, and we'd race on it on Sunday to a pretty large crowd in most places, yeah. Well, this would have been flat track, mainly, and also what they would call motocross racing. You know, hills and up and down and maybe water hole and, you know, so be exciting, you know, kind of a splash would have to take place, you know, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. You know, I think I would have got mixed up, maybe in a little critical way, maybe a little bad way, if I didn't want to be with motorcycling so much. I was 16 when, like I had my first race, first hill climb, and up until that time, and even after that, towards that time, and after that time, I would ask my brother, is there anything happening this weekend? And he would say, yeah, sure, there's a race on at, you know, maybe Grand Forks. Or it could have been, you know, in Portage la Prairie. Or it could have been anywhere. But we did travel to a lot of small towns in Manitoba, for sure. Yeah, there was Real Park. which was started, that's right in the heart of Winnipeg, actually, like say Vital. And that started a lot of flat track racing and half-mile racing, and that was done for about maybe 5 years, and then the crowds didn't seem to happen on a real large scale enough to afford the racing costs and prize money. And then finally it was being torn down, and the housing development in, and that ended that, but we soon found something else. Okay, there was Jerry St. Laurent, Bob Sutherland, Gene Kowalik, Bert Berard, and Claude Berard. All of them had probably beat me one time or another, and I think I kind of beat them back, but it was a real friendship race, and we would almost do anything if another fellow competitor needed a certain part. And everybody carried a few spare parts, and there was nothing to go and ask and receive what you wanted. That was a general thing, a general good thing amongst the racing crowd. And had a very good time racing, and I made a lot of real great friends, great people. Yeah, because we used to hang out. There's different places. There's Bert's Corned Beef and a few other places. There was always a restaurant. There was a Chinese restaurant on Portage Avenue that was a hangout, even in my brother's time, say in the 30s and in the 40s. And people used to talk about that place, you know, as to some of the things that used to go on. You know, a lot of times, I know there was a lot of drinking going on. And I got to say this about my brother, because I know he's not here. I know for sure he's upstairs somewhere. I hope he's not anywhere near the furnace room, and I don't think he is, because he was a giver. Give to the entire family. He made sure that I got an education, and he put me through to grade 12. And you know, it was a case of him, you know, helping me out just so much, you know. I believe it was in Morris, Manitoba, and actually I call that the last race because I raced a little bit after that, but I had gotten into business. You know, actually trying to form a business, and I started to realize very early that it needed a lot of concentration and a lot of effort. And it was at this time that I just realized either I race or I go and march forward in business. Because I think I was about 33, and I had a few pretty rough spills. One rough spill where I spent the afternoon and the weekend, or the Sunday, in the hospital, and then came back home by bus. So there was a lot of excitement in racing, and I know that I had to either race or be in business, and this thought came to me so clear that I chose to be in business, and I've had enough I think I had enough for racing, you know. We went more of a general sponsorship. We helped many out, you know, with not a full sponsorship, but a fairly good sponsorship, you know. And one of the riders that I'm trying to think of right now, he ice raced, and he did very good in the wintertime with, you know, in the ice racing part. And his name will come to me. I think we got his picture up on the wall there. Okay, and there's guys like Shorty Hoffman, the Collinger brothers, and quite a few other guys like Shorty Hoffman. There was the Dennis brothers, the two of them or three of them, I think, and Kim Hood, yeah, who went on to be possibly the best racer that has ever come out of central Canada. I think he's won the most, and he has done the most, and lately he just won some kind of a world championship in California. So he's been doing real great. He did great then, and he just went on to do greater things. Well, it's hard to say, because I've met a lot of good people that I've gotten to like, especially after the racing was over. And God, they were carpenters to plumbers to electricians. Some of them went into social work. It would be a hard thing for me to say, but at that given time, when they seen people riding on motorcycles and racing around the track, and the friendliness and the helpfulness of each and every one to one another, they could have been impressed with that, and there was good sportsmanship involved. Sometimes there was the odd little scuff, but that was soon, you know, taken in hand, and everything would turn out real well. I just think it's what they saw in real life and was real about motorcycle racing. So they thought, hey, why not give it a try? And we used to have a race every year at Sturgeon Creek. And oh, by the way, there's a correction. I think that's the last race. No, that wasn't the last race that I won, but that's the last race that was held on that track at Sturgeon Creek, and I had the luck, the fortune to win it. And it was strictly a fortune, because my brother tuned the bike, and I can't remember if I don't do good here, I'll never do good anywhere in the whole career that I've had. So luck was with me, and I won that race, and came in second and third, and in a lot of races, and you know, I don't think, I know for sure I wasn't one that won them all, but I raced in a lot of times to win, and a lot of times for fun, and I think that people see the racing going on, and the good attitude, and the good sportsmanship, and the good character that went along with it, and they probably thought, hey, I can fit into that, and the first thing you know, they're racing. They're starting to race very young, but under very careful and just the caring of those younger people that are racing or starting to race now is carried on with, I would say, extreme, just taking care of them and giving them advice, offering them friendly tips, and not to ride too fast and too dangerous, that they get a lot of good counseling in the starting of their career, and just to thank the people that do take time out to offer that. And it's probably meant a lot of people, a lot of younger children, kids, don't get hurt, and they carry on to race later on in bigger and better races. Oh, it's given me a complete new life. It's given me a well, the time that I've been in business for about, well, I would say 45 years. Here on 981 Main Street, 42 years, or going on 42 years, and it's just given me an unbelievable life. And a lot of times people would ask me, how long have you been in this? And I would say, you know, something like 15 years, 25 years, 30 years. And you know, I have never kept track of the time, or I have never really been in the frame mind of, I'm going to quit this. I'm going to go to something else. That never occurred in my life. I was always happy here, and I had good people working for me. Alf and his brother worked for us, you know, and yeah, we had, I find that strange because now I'm getting a little on. I'm 78 and change, and I'm seriously thinking of retiring, but that's the first time, I think, this year that that thought has come to mind, and I've started to do a few things related to that time that I'll be retiring. No, I gained. I don't know how well this will go over, but I haven't smoked anything serious and any tobacco for, I didn't get into the other stuff, fortunately. I can't explain why I just didn't get into it. I had a trouble with liquor, of course. I found a group that I could be extremely content with and happy with, and through that group I quit smoking, quit drinking. I brought my weight down. At one time I weighed 255, and my fighting weight would have been about 160, so I was quite a bit off track, you know, at certain times in my life. But I'm so grateful for having found a way to, and a friendship and people that understand and just have helped me so much. So much. One word to describe my life in racing: fulfillment, love, health. It's a healthy thing. But one word: fulfillment. Gave me everything. Well, I just wish my brother would be here because he deserves I'd say 99% of the life, of the real good life that I've had.